Mr. Omar.
Yes, sir. How are you?
It's a pleasure meeting you. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you for taking the time out in your busy schedule.
That's okay.
To do a meeting for us today for Soulcentralmagazine. How long have you been in the music? In 31 years, right?
31 years is since I released my first tune was like 1984.
So when did you first start singing?
When I first started singing was probably when I was in primary school, so about 9, 10 years old. But singing songs, properly, like modern songs would have been from I was about 14, 15.
How do you view the music industry right now?
I think it's quite healthy, because of the internet. In the day when back in the day when I was releasing music, you had these certain radio stations, TV stations, and you were limited to a very small selection. So people had to go to those. Now, with the internet, anybody can make music, and anyone can release music, and you can access the music you want to listen to much, much more easily. And that means there's less restrictions on what people get to create. You know what I mean? It's never really bothered me because I just make music as I see fit. Because I'm an artist. I do things as expression. So that's never affected me. But now I'm seeing lots of youths out there doing their own thing. I mean, there's a time when people were trying to make their music sound too American. Yeah. You know what I mean? Rather than trying to just deal with their own heritage. Whereas, you start to hear the youths doing their thing now. And I feel blessed to be in the UK as well because it's a very unique hybrid of stuff that's getting made here. It's the only place that could come up with grime, could come up with jungle, two-step, lovers. You know what I mean? All them things is unique to us here. So, it's good to be part of that.
When you're walking, talking steady, you're ready to be deep in with your own inhibitions. If I told you so, you'd never believe me. Don't you yourself must make those crucial decisions. Keep stepping at your own pace. Keep stepping at your own pace.
London has definitely found its identity now. It's not really following no one no more.
Nah, man.
Confidence is high.
You remember back in the day, you used to rap it with an American accent. Yeah. I got a couple of tracks where I did that as well. And I don't want to hear them now. You know what I mean? You got to be chatting in the mouth that you was born with. I prefer to hear it done that way. So it's good to see the youths doing their thing.
So who's your artist-wise, producers-wise? Who would you say is your inspiration or?
Well, definitely Stevie Wonder was a big influence for me because when it was the first album I got hooked on of his was Secret Life of Plants, which is an album which not a lot of people know. It was like a soundtrack to a documentary, and it was just the way he manipulated the sounds, the beats, the vocals, the production, the arrangements, everything in there is just so unique. That's something that sparked off something inside of me, and also, I have people like Jeff Lorber, Level 42, John Holt, Dennis Brown, Bob Marley. These people. It's kind of a mixture. If you want to talk about people, but then there's the music, the genres of like jazz, funk, soul, Latin, and I was classically trained as well since I was 8 years old. So I get it from a lot of places.
In regards to the music you're working on now, where do you see yourself like in the next, say, 5 years? Where do you see your music?
Just this way, right here, what I'm doing right now. We're sitting in my studio. This studio I built this studio in 2003, and I produced 2 albums out of it. The third one's coming out of it soon as well. And this is my little bat cave, This is where I've managed to create a lot of vibes. And I'm just blessed enough to have the forethought to think about making a place like this, because that's part of when I need to create stuff. I need a place to go to, and there's something within this building here that's made me carry on doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So give thanks for that.
There's nothing There's nothing like this. No one could day.
You probably get inspiration from all kind of places for songs and ideas. Where's probably like where did that inspiration come from for that song?
Well, it's sort of there's a band called the Ohio Players, and I was going through my dad's record collection as we all used to do, and I came across this album called Skin Tight, and then I heard this song called Heaven Must Be Like This, and if you think about it, this is sort of like 1989, and this is Next Door, funny enough, and this is at the time when they just sort of sampling sequences and stuff, and hip hop had just been, not been long got started. So everything was like being done by machines, and this song was just completely live. And I was like, man, I need something like that. Why aren't they playing this on the radio? It's part of one. It was that big time when it was big with Rare Groove and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of got the bass line was influenced from that song, basically. And I did the bass, the drums, the keys. I started off at like 10:30 in the morning. About 5 o'clock, I took a break. Went down the road and got myself some tea.
Tea.
You know what I mean? Bit of tea.
Some herbal tea.
I heated up the tea and drank the tea, and then that influenced me to do the lyrics, which I probably finished about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So it was all done like in a nice tidy little day, basically. But it was but then I put it on a cassette, and I just put the one song on a cassette and repeated it over and over. It was like a 90-minute cassette. So the song just kept playing and playing, and no one got bored of it. So from then we thought, well, if no one can get bored of it now, it's gonna be quite a big tune, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I love that. I've got to say that I danced enough girl to that tune there still. I get a couple numbers.
I'm sorry. Sorry, can you write that down as well? When he says that, you did
Scroops.
Rub
off some wallpapers off of some walls, house parties.
Everybody's telling me about their name, their youth after me. They had their youth to that tune. I got enough gal with all the tune and all that. I'm like, well, it served the purpose, really. So yeah, that's good
stuff.
I like it. I'm thinking about some things I've done when I was so wild. Some things that I should not have done, just trying to be.
What are you working on at the moment?
I'm working on album number 8, and it's with my brother, Scratch Professor.
Okay.
He's Grammy nominee. Well, not Grammy nominee. He won a Grammy for producing some tunes on Damian Marley's album.
Okay.
As well, he's been playing keys and scratching and sampling and stuff, and we do beats and stuff together. And we decided to put our heads together a bit more on this album and throw some stuff down, and it sounded really good. Because when you finish one project, you kind of like put all your energy into that, and you kind of like run out of stuff. So you got to think, what am I going to do next? And then there's a moment when you think, can I do this again? And I'm thinking that we have. We've done it again on this one. I'm blessed enough that each album that I have a tune, 2, 3, 4, 5 tunes that people will latch onto, and they will use it. You know what I mean? Because when I'm creating it, I'm thinking like I'm in a dance. Yeah. And I want to hear. I want them to play it as it's in the dance.
True.
Do you know what I mean? Like you say, you're coming up against the wall or whatever. That's the effect that I'm kind of thinking of when obviously, I'm singing things and I'm expressing myself, but I like to think that people will be singing the tune or they'll be dancing to it or whatever they'll be doing, that it would affect them somehow.
Yeah, 100%. So on this album, do you have any collaborations with anyone?
I do, but I don't want to talk about them right now until they're more confirmed. You know what I mean? I've spoken to some high level people that they're idols of mine. You know what I mean? And because I've been blessed to work with Stevie, Lamont Dozier, Leon Ware, Harvey Mason, Sarita Wright. Common, Angie Stone, Erica Badu, and all these people. Nice. You know what I mean? So it's nice to have them, but I need to have them confirmed first, and then I'll let you know. So what's the space?
I've learned my lesson. listen hard. I should not take you for granted, cause you are the best of me.
How can I be sure this is the right time? You've been known before to fail so miserably.
When are we looking to? When can we tell the fans that?
Yeah, about Tuesday.
About Tuesday next week.
February 14th, 7 o'clock. All right,
Yeah?
coming up. I
All right,
don't know. You know, the last album came out 2013, so then that'll make it 3 years, which isn't too bad for me because I did one. The last one took 7 years. The one before that was 5, and I was going to try and do it quicker, and then it ended up taking 7 years. So, but I think I'm closer to the end on this one because we've got so much stuff. My brother's going, let's do a double album. I'm going, no, man, just do the one and then we'll come up with the other one after that. You know what I mean? Slowly, you know what I mean?
So how do you work out like how many tracks you put on, or you just?
Well, I don't like to oversaturate the listeners' ears. You know what I mean? I know some people do 20 tracks and stuff like that, but I'm not like that. I like to stick to around about the 13, 14 mark. I think that's as simple as that.
So about producers, is there any dream producers you would like to work with, or?
No.
No. I like that.
You know, I'm my own producer.
Yeah.
I produce everything that I do. You know what I mean? So I've always stuck with that. I worked with a guy called David Frank on my second and my third. No, I'm talking about my third and my fourth albums.
Yeah.
And he's an amazing keyboardist. Was in a band called The System.
Okay.
From the 80s, and that was as close as I got to like doing that. And now working with my brother as well. That's as close as I'm getting to working with other people. I do stuff for other people all the time. Like about 10, I have 10 features a year, probably on other people's stuff.
Okay.
Which is cool with me. But yeah, you know, I'm really happy with the team, the team that I have. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've always managed to come up with the thing. Would it be me, or would it be the people that I've handpicked around me? You know what I mean? So.
I don't wanna play by your rules. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Yeah. Everybody sees what's going on. Now they say it's going on for far too long.
You write for any other artists?
Any other artists?
Any other artists? That's the second time now.
I hope you're going to keep all this in it. You write it down. Any artists?
Scroops and artists, mate.
Artists. Yeah, the other artists is, I think that's the plural of artists, isn't it?
Artisans.
Yeah, there's various other people that I've worked with. I ain't going to mention them now as well, because I don't want to.
You don't want to? That's fair enough.
Yeah,
that's
simple as
that.
Well, go and look it up.
Google it.
That's what Google's for, isn't it?
Google it. But I can hear you over a Dr. Dre beat though, smashing it.
Dr. Dre is someone that I've got kind of a link to as well. But no, that's not simple, because he's hip hop, isn't he? Funny enough,
yeah, but you're an artist. Singers can go on whatever.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind, because he's come up with some classic stuff, some proper classic things. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you mention people to me, then I'll go, yeah, I wouldn't mind. But right in my head now, I'm doing my thing.
For me, looking at you, just your styling, your vibe, I could see like a collaboration with Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick is wicked
J.
as well.
Cole, someone even like say Mos Def, you know, that type
Mos
of vibe.
is also somebody in the pipeline as well.
Yeah.
Jay Dilla, I did a bass line for him at one time when I was in Detroit, and he mentioned me on somebody that he listens to. But yeah, that's, you know, Jay Dilla was obviously the king of the beats, you know what I mean? So that would have been something along them lines. You know, but I like Labyrinth's productions as well. Do you know what I mean? There's something about them, like certain ones, there's certain things about them that you go, wow, okay, that's something I could maybe go with. Because I like to try different things out. I would never say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've tried all different kind of versions of styles and stuff.
Yeah. So you play all instruments. as
Bass,
well?
drums, keys.
Yeah, yeah,
That's my thing. I used to play the tuba and the euphonium and things like that, but I just keep it to bass, drums, and keys.
Well, I just can't wait really to hear your new stuff.
All right, good.
And yeah, just keep us posted.
I will do. So you have to remember omarmusic.co.uk and my Twitter, Omar _life M.B.E. Don't forget the M.B.E.
The M.B.E.
That's royalty.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Artists.
Good luck with the scripts.
Check out Soul Central Magazine, #1 for the indies and celebs. Go global or stay local at Soulcentralmagazine.com.
Hey, this is Omar. You can follow me on Twitter at Omar M.B.E. And you're now locked into Soul Central Magazine, #1 for indie artists around the globe. Go global or stay local.